with like-minded people.
Well,
and infrastructures will be built. Sustainable living communities will start popping up, such as the way of permaculture.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with Smith and Wesson being a part of your party.
Well, there you go. Now, here in the year 2008, there's a new type of tribe. It's called the Edge tribe. And the Edge tribe, of course, is everyone who watches the program. And so, it's kind of a virtual tribe. I don't know how that can protect us from the onslaught of the hordes, the angry hordes that's going to run around. And you mentioned something about FEMA, and as soon as it did, my analytical mind and my conspiracy mind, or questioning mind, not conspiracy mind, conspiracy reality mind, I would say, reminded me that it took 5 days for them to get water down to Katrina. I see the government as totally useless when it comes to trying to help people in these situations.
Couldn't agree more. You should. I guess you hadn't tuned in yet, but that was 2005. Yeah, it was September 2005. Oh boy, did I write a scolding review about all this. And whenever you, as you know, you put out a strong-minded petition or opinion, that you're going to get some positive, negative feedback.
You won't get some blowback.
I put them all in jail, and in this article I put the Bush in jail, the skinny guy who looks like he's going to die, who was in charge of FEMA. I'm sorry, not Homeland Security, that guy.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the horse trainer, which nobody in the field, Brownie, good job, Brownie, remember that? Michael Brown, I think.
Oh, yeah.
There was just one big joke. It was sickening, and it just so happened that New Orleans in the FEMA arena had been in the top 10 disasters that could occur, and had been in since 1991. That this was a very real scenario that could happen, and that we were supposed to be doing war games, if you will, practice, preparing for that.
Yeah. Let's talk about FEMA for one more second then. In the upcoming election, and let's just say another Katrina type event happens, and FEMA obviously is going to be there, but from a presidential standpoint, who do you think is more prepared to get FEMA to do what they were brought into existence to do, say Barack Obama or the other guy?
Oh, I'm Barack Obama all the way. I really think that if there's really any chance for change, I think he'd be the one to do it. McCain, I think he's part of the good old boy community. I don't see him any different than Bush or the Clintons for that matter. But I could be wrong, obviously. I mean, who knows? But I think there's millions of us, who are willing to take that risk that Obama may indeed be a person of change. So,
he'll get in there and deliver the water himself, wouldn't he?
Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? We'll just have to see.
So I sort of sensed that you would predict Obama, but this program, we've been trying to get John McCain to tell us exactly what's going on behind the scenes in his organization, because some people have speculated he's the Manchurian candidate, and he's just like he exemplifies the government. 35 years in the government, and to some extent, I may agree with you that change is needed. But on the other hand, I guess you have to talk about experience. But in the end, do presidents make the difference, or does their staff say, or the Congress? I mean, it seems like presidents can only do so much, but isn't it Congress that makes the laws and the rules?
Yes. I mean, you. That's a very good point. And really, I guess if there was a throw all the bums out, I'd probably vote for that one. But I'm really disappointed in the Democratic Party in the Senate and Congress. They've been wimps. Really disgusted with their tucking their tail. And the Republicans even more. I mean, I have a disdain for them. But even the Democratic Party has just really fallen to such a lemming status that it's just kind of sickening.
All right. Well, in these changes that's coming about. We've had people on the program that have said that the Mississippi River is basically going to flood and split the country in two. Has that appeared anywhere in your radar screen? Is that possible?
It is possible. It's happened before, and I know no reason why it wouldn't happen again. The last time the New Madrid fault was so large, the earthquake that occurred there, I think it also measured a 9.0. That it was so powerful that the Mississippi River actually flowed backwards.
Whoa!
It flowed backwards.
I'm liking it.
So yes, I think that's something like that certainly could happen because it's happened before.
Do you think that the Grand Canyon was etched out over millions of years by the river, or do you think it may have been a cataclysmic event where water was maybe in a valley some sort north of the Grand Canyon and let go?
Well, that's a good point. I tend to lean more towards the evolution of it, or could it be a combination of both? But the evidence is what happened over here at Cooley Dam here in Washington State is a perfect example of what carved out these canyons over by Dry Falls. And what it was during the Little Ice Age, and one of the glaciers had just started to melt, and there was a huge lake up into Canada, a huge lake. And a finger of the glacier melted, and it finally broke, and within a 32-hour period, we had new rivers. It changed the geographical area of 3 states in 32 hours with deep crevices. I mean, you know, small, nothing the size of Grand Canyon.
Right.
But definitely some incredible structures were created. So yes, we've seen the evidence of that something like that can occur.
Well, all right. Well, it seems to me that I mean, at some points the Grand Canyon is a mile wide, so I'm not seeing how a mile wide river is going to go down. You know, it's just something. It doesn't. If you look at all the variances of the Grand Canyon, it doesn't really seem that it came from just the river trickling through there. And besides that, I want to know, if that was the case, why isn't the contents of the missing Grand Canyon in the Gulf of Mexico? Shouldn't there be like a continent down there? Shouldn't there be a continent?
I've never thought of it. I don't have an answer of how things might have evolved over millions of years.
Mitch, do you think? I know that there is some way that governments can control the weather to some extent. Have you had any information as to any use of weather from one country against another?
No. Weather manipulation has been around since the 50s. So it's nothing new. We had these yahoos, these frauds, and one guy got fired. He was actually a meteorologist up in Idaho. He got fired over this. He said it was about Katrina. He said the Japanese mafia. The Japanese mafia is the one who controlled the hurricane and made it hit New Orleans. I mean, it was just hilarious. That's what's missing in the conspiracy field, UFO people in particular, is that they're getting much better. You know, like I was telling you, the guy who came forward with the video of the alien in the window.
Right, seen it.
Well, they finally are starting to police themselves, and we were getting people coming on coast to coast in these other stations saying, this doesn't smell right. And so they were calling them out, saying, this sounds like a bunch of propaganda crap. Matter of fact, what ended up happening is this idiot who claims this the picture in the window. He says, well, I'd like to show you the video, but I'm trying to get some money together.
Yeah.
So as soon as I get some financing, then I'll show you the picture.
Got
I'll show
it.
you the video.
Got it. What do you think about the UFO activity that was down in Texas with the mile-wide UFO?
And the Kellogg thing. Which one is this?
Just a few months ago, there's a gigantic UFO sighting over South Texas.